So, in talking about how I came to be here at Whittington on staff, I started attending Whittington in the first couple of months of 2013, and I wasn't looking to change churches. My husband and I had been at the church we were at for 25 years. We were happy there. We were very involved there. But I felt like God was leading me here for a reason. And at the time, I told myself, and I told everyone else, that I was just coming to be fed. And I know during that period of time, I spent a lot of time at the altar, a lot of time worshiping, just filling my cup. But I was going through a 40-day prayer challenge that I had already done a time before, and it was a book by Mark Batterson, and every day you were challenged to pray a specific prayer. And it was on a Wednesday, and I prayed a prayer, and I asked God, hey, I'm not going to ask you for anything today. Just surprise me. And that very day, I got a message from Mark Miner saying he wanted to meet with me. So Mark and I met at the superintendent's office at Benton High School, actually. And I remember sitting down across the table from him, and he looked at me and he said, so we've kind of been talking, and we want to know, are you here? Like, are you at Whittington? And I said, well, yeah, I think I'm here. Why? He said, we have a nominating committee, and they have met and discussed the needs at our church, and they have decided that we should offer you a job. Well, you could have blown me over with a feather. I was working what I thought was my dream job. I was working from home for a jewelry company out of Dallas, Texas, and I love jewelry. I love Dallas, Texas. I loved working from home. I was making more money than I had ever made in my life, and I wasn't looking to change jobs. So I told Mark I would pray about it, and I went home and I thought about it all day. Can I do both? I met and talked with Bob Pankey, and he said, you don't have to be full-time here. Most of us aren't. And as I prayed about it, I just knew that I couldn't do either job justice if I was trying to do both. I quit my full-time job to accept a part-time job here for less than half the money, not knowing what God was going to do, but trusting that He had a plan. A friend of mine offered me a part-time job to make up the difference in income. I worked 2 part-time jobs, and then just a couple of years later, after I started part-time here, they decided to put me on full-time. So now I've been here for over 10 years. I'm not sure I do much of the job that they hired me for in the first place. I kind of just fill whatever need there happens to be. But I think we've made a lot of progress here in the arena of communication and technology, social media with our live broadcast and the things that we're doing out there. I love my job. I've always said I've got the greatest job in the world because I get to market the gospel of Jesus Christ.